When I was a child, I lived on an old farm. There was 80 acres of cornfields and woods behind the house. This farm had been around for a long time. It was a rest stop for people on the Oregon and St. Fair trails back in the 1800s. While I lived there, I loved to explore the land. I would ride four-wheelers to the woods and hop off and walk around seeing if I could find anything cool. One day I found some old stones that had writing on them. They had names on them, and I was just beginning to learn to read and write. I grabbed another rock, scribbled my name below one of the other names. I told my parents and they thought I was joking, so I told them I showed them. I took them back to where I found them, but they weren't there anymore. I knew where I found them. I found the rocks, but they were gone, and my parents assumed I was just playing pretend. I had quite the imagination. After this, I spent most of my days trying to find those rocks again. That's when I met Mary. She was a little girl about my age. This was in the spot where I found the rocks. She wore funny clothes, but she was very nice. She would play for hours in those woods. Now that I look back, I did find out she never left the tree line though. I wanted to introduce my new friend to my parents, but Mary said that it was a bad idea, as they wouldn't be able to see her. I was confused. Why would my parents not be able to see her? I can see her just fine. She told me she had died a long time ago. That's why she wore the funny dress. She told me that a bad man had killed her and craved her name into a rock. She said since then I put my name on the rock, we could play together forever. I laughed and told her we would be friends forever. I realized it was getting dark, and I made my way out the woods and back home. That night, my parents told me that we had to move. I was upset. Who was Mary gonna play with? Will I be able to see her again? I went to the woods again the next day, and Mary and I played for a while. Then I told her that my parents were moving, that I wouldn't be able to see her for a while. She got very angry. She started to yell at me and told me that I made a promise when I put my name on that rock. She grabbed my arm and was a lot stronger than me. She was hurting me, and I finally managed to slip out her grip and run out the woods. She was right behind me, but as I crossed the tree line, she stopped and screamed. I was very scared and was crying, trying to apologize. We moved to our new home, and I was scared to go outside at first, but as the weeks passed, I got more comfortable and going outside. I was confident that Mary wasn't gonna get me. I finally told my parents about her, and they encouraged me for having imaginary friends. I let them finally convince me she was imaginary, and I continued to be the kid. Years went by, and I forgot about her. I forgot about the countless hours I spent in those woods, and I forgot about the scratching my name on that rock. I'm 28 now, and we had moved to a town close to the house where I grew up. I took my dog on a walk, and we went a little on the trail through some woods behind our apartment building. My dog went off the trail a bit and started digging at something. I bent out to see what it was. It was that rock. It follows names on it. At the bottom, I saw the name Mary below. That was my name. Except it wasn't scratched in there. It was fully carved into it. I stood up and turned around and went back to chill with my dog. When I turned around to look back at the spot where the rocks were, there she was. Mary. That's when all of those memories came flooding back in. I remember all those times we played in those woods of my childhood home. I remember how much fun we had and the smiles and the laughs we shared. Then I remember how I moved and how angry she was. That's when I noticed her eyes. They were sinister. Not the kind of eyes I had remembered. She stood there smiling though. I pulled my dog and we ran back home. I can't believe this is happening. How did she get here? Why is she here? I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's been 2 weeks and I haven't looked at the windows at all, and I refuse to stay outside longer than 10 minutes now. Last night I heard something tapping my window. When I looked, there was nothing. My partner is getting worried because I'm talking more in my sleep and saying the name Mary. My partner told me that last week I got out of bed and walked to our balcony just to stare out towards the woods. I am also having dreams about the woods and that damn frog. I saw the silhouette of a man carving my name into it with Mary standing next to him. The dream ended when she saw me and smiled. I'm sorry to hear her say my name calling for me. I no longer feel safe in my apartment. I swear she has always made her way in here. I see movement out of the corner of my eyes every so often. It looks like that's the funny old dress sweeping behind a corner. Today I saw her in the mirror. I turned to look behind me, and there was no one there. When I turned back, there was now a dark male figure behind me. I felt a cold blast of wind hit me. I woke up on the floor a few hours later after my partner had shaken me awake. What's going on? I have to end this. I have to end this not only for myself, but for the sake of my partner. They don't deserve to be affected by the torture that Mary's putting me through. I'm sorry if this story feels so sporadic, but I'm terrified and I'm so lost. I think tomorrow I'm going back out to the woods and try to end this. I will update you guys if I find any answer. If nothing's out of here, well, I guess I'll be playing in those woods with Mary forever.
I want to say thank you guys for watching and hearing this video, the narration. I hope you guys do enjoy, and I really have been putting my all into this, trying as much effort as I can. So I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.